Imagine life as if everything were in black and white. You're young and poor. You gotta eat to live and you gotta steal to eat, so things are pretty tough. But you live with your best friend in the whole wide world and her grandpa, and you go on fun adventures. Well, that is until your city gets invaded by an evil robot army. For some reason they aren't killing people, but they do introduce the color red, and things get real scarlet letter real quick. Hi, I'm Chris from Phantom Block, and this is My Memory of Us. A touching story about the joys of youth and never-ending friendship. There might also be Nazis. Like, at first they introduced the red, and I was like, yeah, okay, the red people are outcasts, I'm getting a real scarlet letter vibe. But they never really go that route. Instead, what the story calls the red folks start getting sent to ghettos, and later on special camps, and I started feeling like I'd heard this story before. That, and you can collect these memories throughout the game, and the one labeled Evil King looks like this, so take that how you will. But overall, the game is fun. It's cute. You've got the two main characters you play as, each with their own special skills. The first one being Boy, who can sneak, and this will be the character you use for stealing from people, hiding behind walls, and crawling through tunnels. And then there's Girl, who can run fast and hit things with a slingshot. Together they form an unstoppable duo that can bring down any foe with a bit of elbow grease and red paint. And they even hold hands, and it's so freaking cute. The majority of the gameplay is puzzle solving. The story sets up the scenario: escape the ghetto, get the ball out of the tree, join the resistance, and infiltrate the enemy base. These kids are like 10 years old, by the way. And then you use your different skills to make your way through it all. And I'd like to mention how much this game really builds itself up. At the start of the game, you're walking, just walking, and then you upgrade to sneaking and running. And then you're cracking safes, coding secret languages. And the next thing you know, you're floating down the sewers in a bath, and the bathtub's flying, it's flying, and it's shooting and flying, and I don't know what the fuck is happening. It's awesome. The only part where it gets a little bit tedious is when you have to move both characters at the same time. Switching between the two can be weird. Also, when you try and grab the other character's hand, you need to be in a specific spot most of the time, otherwise it'll be a little weird. That, and there are some points where the game will leave you hanging on what exactly you need to do next. There's this one point where you have to sabotage this painting, and I didn't even know there was a painting, so I just walked around in circles for like a good 10 minutes. But these come few and far between. In fact, that's even the only example I could think of while I was coming up with this video. The game does a good job at making things make sense. Even with the little amount of dialogue and the limited speech bubbles from characters that sometimes give directions, all in all, I can't explain enough how much I enjoyed this game. Which I do find strange, because for probably the first half an hour, I could not have been any less entertained. But it was 3 AM, and I recently got addicted to the Philip DeFranco vlogs, and any time that I spend not watching those is just agonizing pain for me. Seriously though, I can't stop, and it's a real problem, send hope. The game took me about 4 hours to beat, and is $20 on Steam. $23 on PlayStation for some reason though. But in the end, My Memory of Us is a good game, and I highly recommend it.
We were the same two kids all over again. That's what I mean when I say life can still surprise us on even very ordinary days. And now my story is done.
Did I mention that it's voiced by Stewart? Yeah, I think I did.